Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In the previous video, we have done the miscellaneous exercise from question number 1 to question number 8. In this video, we'll be moving ahead with question number 9. So, question number 9 says, using properties of sets, we have to show that the first part is A union A intersection B is equal to A. So, this we are going to show using all the properties of the sets that we have studied so far. So in order to show that two sets are equal, so the first step 1 we are required is set 1 is a subset of set 2. Then we have step 2 as set 2 is a subset of set 1, and both these results will imply that 1 is equal to 2. Set 1 is equal to set 2. So we are going to adapt the similar process. So let x belongs to A union A intersection B. फाइन, हमने एक एलिमेंट अज्यूम कर लिया है जो A यूनियन A इंटरसेक्शन B में लाई करता है. नाउ व्हाट विल दिस इंप्लाई दैट x बिलोंग्स टू A और x बिलोंग्स टू A इंटरसेक्शन B. फाइन, नाउ from here I can write down that x belongs to A or x belongs to A and x belongs to B. So यहाँ से हमें क्या रिजल्ट मिल गया that x belongs to A. So we have finally begun with the statement that x belongs to A union A intersection B, and we have finally got the result that x belongs to A. So from here this will imply that A union A intersection B is a subset of A. Fine. Now we are going to assume another element which is going to lie in set A. Let y belong to set A. Fine. तो अगर y A में belong कर रहा है then this will imply that y will belong to A union B. अगर y A का एलिमेंट हो तो obviously y A union B का भी एलिमेंट होगा. So from this statement and this statement what can I write down? That y belongs to A intersection A union B. हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? Y belongs to A intersection A union B. Fine. Now I am using the distributive law here. I am distributing this statement now. Using distributive law. So if I am going to distribute this, what do I have? Y belongs to A intersection A union A intersection B. Fine. This intersection is distributed to both the parts, set A and set B. A intersection A union A intersection B. तो यहाँ से मेरे पास क्या आ जाएगा? Y belongs to A intersection A is always A union A intersection B. So we have हमने start कहाँ से करा था कि y belongs to A. What do we finally have? That y belongs to A union A intersection B. So मैं यहाँ से क्या लिख सकती हूँ? That A is a subset of A union A intersection B. Okay. So अगर मेरा ऊपर वाला statement A union A intersection B is a subset of A is my statement 1, and A is a subset of A union A intersection B is my statement 2. So from 1 and 2, what can I have? That A union A intersection B is equal to A. This was supposed to be proved, hence proved. Fine. So now we have question number 2, the part 2 of the same question. It says we have to show that A intersection A union B is equal to A. So this part also will be done in the same method we did the previous one. So let us assume let x belongs to A intersection A union B. Fine. So I am assuming that x belongs to A intersection A union B. So this is going to imply that x belongs to A and x belongs to A union B. Okay. So from here I'll have two possibilities, that x belongs to A and x belongs to A or x belongs to B. So from here what do I have as the result? That x belongs to A. So we have begun from the fact that x belongs to A intersection A union B, and finally we have got the result that x belongs to A. So we can write that A intersection A union B is a subset of A. Fine. Then I am going to assume I am assuming another element y which is belonging to A. Fine. I have assumed another element y which is belonging to A. Now, if this is belonging to A, then Y will obviously belong in the union set A union B. Fine, अगर Y A का element है तो Y A union B का भी element होगा. Now from these two statements that Y belongs to A and Y belongs to A union B, what can I write down? That Y belongs to A intersection A union B. हम ये लिख सकते हैं and this is what we wanted to prove, that if Y belongs to A then Y belongs to A intersection A union B. हमें यही प्रूव करना था and in just one step we have got a result, desired result. So इससे आगे बढ़ने की हमें जरूरत नहीं है. We'll stop here. So from this we can write down that A is a subset of A intersection A union B. Fine. यहाँ हमारे पास step 1 में क्या है, that A intersection A union B is a subset of A. In statement 2 we have that A is a subset of A intersection A union B. So from 1 and 2 what we can have? From 1 and 2 we get a desired result, that is A intersection A union B is equal to A. Fine. So now we have question number 10. It says, show that A intersection B is equal to A intersection C need not imply B is equal to C. So it says we need to disprove this statement. So this can be done by taking an example. Okay. So let this be false. Fine. So now I am going to assume set A as we can have any example like 0, 1, 2. Then I'm having set B as 0, 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then I can have set C as 0, 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now it says we have this in the question that A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. That means जो हमारा A intersection B आएगा वही हमारा A intersection C आना चाहिए. So let us see what is A intersection B. A intersection B हमारे पास क्या आएगा? Common elements of A and B, that is 0 and 1. Now what is A intersection C? A intersection C will be again common elements of A and C, that is 0 and 1. So now according to question we have satisfied all the given conditions. Now we need to see if B is equal to C. Obviously B is 0, 1, 3, 4, 5. So B is equal to 0, 1, 3, 4 and 5, which is obviously not equal to 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 because B has different elements and set C has different elements. So we can imply that B is not equal to C. Okay. Now we have question number 11. It says if A and B are two sets given to you and A intersection X and B intersection X is equal to phi. Okay, and A union X is equal to B union X. So first we write down what is given in the question. Given that A intersection X is equal to B intersection X, which is equal to phi, that is the empty set. Also what is given to us? That A union X is equal to B union X. Fine. So हमें show क्या करना है? To show A is equal to B. Fine. To show A is equal to B. Now in this question I am going to use the result that we have proved in question number 9. हमने question number 9 में क्या result show करा है? That A intersection A union B is equal to A. We have shown this result, we have proved this result in question number 9. यहाँ पर हमारे पास set B है, ना ही हमें क्वेश्चन में कोई कंडीशन गिवन है कि A और B किसी तरह से रिलेटेड है. सो हमने क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 में क्या करा था कि इस पर्टिकुलर स्टेटमेंट को हमने प्रूव करा था. सिमिलरली अगर हम यहाँ पर A इंटरसेक्शन A यूनियन X ले लें तो भी वो A के ही इक्वल होगा. हम X की जगह कोई भी सेट ले सकते हैं तो भी वो A के ही इक्वल होगा क्योंकि वी आर नॉट गिवन एनी कंडीशन कि A और X किसी तरह से रिलेटेड हैं. ठीक है. सो सेम रिलेशन जो है मैं यहाँ यूज करने वाली हूँ. Question number 9 में instead of set B we had in question number 9 instead of set X we had set B. यहाँ पर हम set X लेके चलेंगे. Fine. So we have the result, A intersection A union X is equal to A. We already have this result. Okay, so now A is equal to A intersection A union X. So now in the question this A union X is equal to क्या दे रखा है हमें B union X. So using the condition A union X is equal to B union X. So मैं यहाँ पर A union X को replace करके क्या लिख सकती हूँ B union X. So this will become A intersection B union X. A is equal to A intersection B union X. Fine. Now I am going to distribute this using distributive law. So if I will use distributive law, what will I have? I'll get A intersection B union A intersection X. Fine. This intersection will be distributed to B and X as well. ठीक है, so मेरे पास क्या रिजल्ट बनकर आ गया A is equal to A intersection B union A intersection X. ठीक है, अब यहां से मैं क्या लिख सकती हूँ A intersection हमें क्या दे रखा है A is equal to A intersection B union A intersection X क्वेश्चन में हमें क्या दे रखा है 5. So A intersection X is equal to 5. मैं 5 को यहाँ रिप्लेस कर सकती हूँ. So what will I have now? A is equal to A intersection B union 5. 5 के साथ किसी भी सेट का यूनियन निकालते हैं, so we'll get the set itself. So A is equal to A intersection B. ये हमारे पास रिजल्ट 1 आ गया है हमारा. फाइन. सिमिलरली वी आर गोइंग टू प्रूव फॉर B. ठीक है, हमारे पास B क्या था सिमिलरली, अगर A is equal to A intersection A union X है तो B is equal to B intersection B union X लिख सकते हैं हम, राइट, फ्रॉम द सेम रिजल्ट. ठीक है, उसके बाद अगेन B union X हमारा क्या बन जाएगा A union X, क्योंकि B union X is equal to A union X हमें क्वेश्चन में गिवन है. फाइन. So this will become B is equal to B intersection A union X. Fine. Now I will again distribute it. Same process चलेगा जैसा हमने पार्ट 1 में करा है. I am going to use the same process. हम इसे फिर से डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर देंगे. तो what will I have? B is equal to B intersection A. B is equal to B intersection A union B intersection X. Fine. अब हमें B intersection X 5 के इक्वल दे रखा है. B intersection X is equal to 5. So I can replace 5 in this statement. So what will I finally have? B is equal to B intersection A union 5. So किसी भी सेट के साथ यूनियन लेंगे अगर हम किसी दूसरे 5 का, तो हमारे पास क्या वही सेट निकल कर आ जाएगा. फाइन. इफ I'll take union with 5, so हमारे पास वही पुराना सेट निकल कर आ जाएगा. So this implies B is equal to B intersection A and B intersection A is equal to A intersection B. Fine. So ये मेरा, अगर मैं इसको स्टेटमेंट 2 मान लेती हूँ, so आप ये देखिए, नाउ आई हैव स्टेटमेंट 1 इक्वल टू स्टेटमेंट 2. स्टेटमेंट A में क्या है A is equal to A intersection B. स्टेटमेंट B में क्या है B is equal to A intersection B. So from 1 and 2 what will I have? A is equal to B. From 1 and 2 I have A is equal to B and hence true. इसमें हमने एक अलग मेथड से A is equal to B प्रूव करा. नहीं तो हम पहले क्या करते आ रहे थे, A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. बट यहाँ पर हमने एक ऑलरेडी प्रूवन रिजल्ट हमने उठाया और उसको हमने इनकॉर्पोरेट करा इस क्वेश्चन 11 में, और हमने फिर एक A is equal to B जो है, जो हमसे मांगा गया क्वेश्चन में, उसे हमने प्रूव करा. फाइन. सो दिस इज आवर क्वेश्चन नंबर 11. So now we have question number 12. It says find sets A, B and C such that A intersection B, B intersection C and A intersection C are non-empty sets, but A intersection B intersection C is 5. Fine. So हमें इसमें एक एग्जांपल लेना पड़ेगा क्योंकि हमें we have to define find sets A and B, C. ठीक है ना, हमें सेट A, B and C को फाइंड आउट करना है. दैट मीन्स ऑब्वियसली हम इसे एक एग्जांपल के थ्रू कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. सो आई हैव टेकन द एग्जांपल A as set A as 0,1. ठीक है. सेट B the elements are there as 1,2. now I have kept in mind that A intersection B is not empty. ठीक है. so A intersection B is 1 which is not equal to 5. This is not equal to 5. Again, B intersection C. What do I have as B intersection C? Now set C has 2 comma 0. So B intersection will be 2, which is again not equal to 5. Then we have A intersection C. A intersection C is again what? 0. Common element of A and C is 0. So which is not equal to 5. But अगर मैं ये देखूं कि A intersection B intersection C, that means is there any common element between A, B and C together? A में, B में, C में एक साथ कोई common element नहीं है. If 0 is present in C but 0 is not present in B, so A intersection B intersection C क्या हो जाएगा हमारा? 5. So this is one example that I have taken. You can take any kind of example, any example that you feel comfortable in. इसके बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हो सकते हैं. ऑब्वियसली हमें डिस्प्रूव करना है, सो वी कैन टेक एनी एग्जाम्पल. मैंने बहुत छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल लिया बिकॉज इट इज इजी टू सॉल्व स्मॉल एग्जाम्पल्स, राइट. आप कोई भी एग्जाम्पल लेकर इस चीज को शो कर सकते हैं. So now we have question number 13. It says, in a survey of 600 students in a school, 150 were found to be taking tea and 225 taking coffee. 100 were taking both tea and coffee. How many students were taking neither tea nor coffee? Fine. So let T be the students taking tea. I've denoted capital T as the set of students taking tea, and C be the students who are taking coffee. Fine. Now it is given in the question that the survey was of 600 students. That means the universal set contains 600 elements. Cardinality of universal set becomes 600. Also it says 150 students were found to take coffee. Right. So cardinality of set T will become 150. Similarly, it says cardinality of those who are taking coffee is 225. So N of C becomes 225. Okay. Now 100 were taking both tea and coffee, so it is and here, that means it is symbolizing intersection. So cardinality of C intersection T is equal to 100. Now find how many students were taking neither tea nor coffee. So neither tea nor coffee means T complement intersection C complement. T complement intersection C complement. So we have to find out this. ठीक है. अब T complement intersection C complement किसके इक्वल हो जाता है? N of T union C whole complement. ये हमने कहाँ पढ़ा है? डिमॉर्गन्स लॉ में, राइट. T complement intersection C complement is equal to T union C whole complement. Fine. This is the first rule of De Morgan's law, if you remember. Fine. So now what can we write this as? अब हम T union C whole complement को कैसे लिख सकते हैं? Cardinality of U minus cardinality of T union C, right? T union C हम कैसे निकाल सकते हैं? Using the relationship between union and intersection. So cardinality of U is given to us as 600. Then this will be cardinality of T plus cardinality of C minus cardinality of T intersection C. We'll substitute the values. 600 minus, we have 100. Yeah, okay, sorry. Cardinality of T is 150. Then cardinality of C is 225. Then we have cardinality of T intersection C, that is 100. Fine. So now we can evaluate this. So when we solve everything, what do we get? 600 minus this will become 275. So 600 minus 275, I'll get 325. So number of students who take neither tea nor coffee is 325. That means 325 students are taking neither tea nor coffee. So now we have question 14. It says, in a group of students, 100 students know Hindi, 50 know English and 25 know both. Each of the students knows either Hindi or English. How many students are there in the group? Fine. So let H be the set of students who speak Hindi and E be the set of students who speak English. Fine. So I have assumed set H and E in the respective manner. Fine. Now it says 100 students know Hindi. That means N of H is given to us as 100. Then it says 50 no English. That means n of E is equal to 50. Also it says 25 no both. That means cardinality of H intersection E. H intersection E means students speaking both Hindi and English. That means the students speaking both the language, who know both the language. This is given to us as 25. Now it says each of the student either speaks Hindi or English. How many students are there in the group? That means the universal set, entire universal set जो है हमारा, वो क्या बन जाएगा? H union E. Why? Because each and every student is speaking either of this language. So either Hindi or English, right? So ये हमारा क्या बन जाएगा? Union set. Fine. So पूरा universal set जो होगा वही हमारा union set बन जाएगा. So एक तरह से if we find out what is H union E, we can evaluate what is universal set, cardinality for universal set. Okay. So how can we evaluate H union E? N of H union E is equal to N of H, the same relationship that we are going to use, plus N of E minus N of H intersection E. So N of H is given to us as 100 plus N of E is given to us as 50 minus the intersection cardinality is given to us as 25. So now what do we have? 150 minus 25, we get 125. So number of students, those who are present in the group, or the number of students who speak either Hindi or English are 125. Okay, very simple question. So now we have question number 15. It says, in a survey of 60 people, it was found that 25 people read newspaper H, 26 read newspaper T, and again 26 read newspaper I. So now it is given 9 read both H and I, 11 read both H and T, 8 read both T and I, 3 read all the 3 newspapers. So we are supposed to find out in the first part the number of people who read at least one of the newspapers. Okay, so now I have assumed that let H be the set of people reading newspaper H, T be the set of people reading newspaper T, and I be the set of people reading newspaper I. Now we'll note down all the cardinalities that are given to us regarding various sets. So cardinality for H, N of H is given to us as 25. Then N of I is given to us as 26. Then N of T, number of people reading newspaper T, is again 26. So N of T is equal to 26. Then it says 9 read both H and I. So cardinality of H intersection I, and here symbolizes intersection, right? So cardinality of H intersection I is 9. Similarly, cardinality of, it says 11 read both H and T. So cardinality of H intersection T becomes 11. Then it says 8 people read both T and I. So cardinality of T intersection I becomes 8. Also it says 3 read all the 3 newspapers given. So all the 3 newspaper means cardinality of H intersection I intersection T. Right? So this is given to us as 3. Now it says in the first part we are supposed to evaluate the number of people who read at least one of the newspaper. That means either H, T or I. So now H, I or T symbolizes H, I or T. अब हम यहाँ और use कर रहे हैं, that means we are supposed to find out the union. ठीक है, so the first part says we are supposed to find out the cardinality of H union I union T. So इसकी cardinality निकालने के लिए हम फिर से वही relationship between intersection and union, we are going to use that same relationship. So cardinality of H union I union T will be equal to cardinality of H plus cardinality of T plus cardinality of I. Then we have minus cardinality of H intersection T minus cardinality of H intersection T we have written. Then we have H intersection I minus cardinality of T intersection I plus cardinality of cardinality of H intersection T intersection I. So cardinality of H intersection T intersection I. ठीक है, हमें ये निकालना पड़ेगा. So when we substitute the values, the cardinality for H is, N of H is given to us as 25. Then we have n of t as 26. Again n of I is 26. Then we have cardinality of h intersection t. H intersection t is given to us as 11. So we'll have minus 11. Then we have cardinality of h intersection I, which is 9. So minus 9. Then we have cardinality of t intersection I, that is 8. So minus 8 plus cardinality of all intersection of all the three, that is cardinality of h intersection I intersection t is given to us as 3. So when we solve this, what do we get? We get answer as 52. सो द यूनियन, जो हमारा यूनियन बना है H यूनियन I यूनियन T, इसकी जो कार्डिनलिटी हो गई ये हो गई 52. दैट मीन्स 52 पीपल रीड ईदर H, I और T. सो नाउ इफ यू लुक एट द वेन डायग्राम ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, हमारे पास तीन सेट्स हैं यहाँ पर H, T एंड I. ठीक है, X जो हमने मार्क करा है इस वेन डायग्राम में, X इज नंबर ऑफ पीपल रीडिंग H ओनली, नंबर ऑफ पीपल रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर H ओनली. सिमिलरली Y क्या सिंबलाइज कर रहा है हमारा? नंबर ऑफ पीपल रीडिंग T ओनली. Y क्या सिंबलाइज कर रहा है? नंबर ऑफ पीपल रीडिंग T. ठीक है, देन वी हैव Z क्या सिंबलाइज कर रहा है हमारा? नंबर ऑफ पीपल रीडिंग ओनली I. ठीक है, सो XYZ हमारा क्या सिंबलाइज कर रहा है? नंबर ऑफ पीपल रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर H, I एंड T रिस्पेक्टिवली. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन में हमें क्या पूछा है? द नंबर ऑफ पीपल हु रीड एग्जैक्टली वन न्यूज़पेपर. दैट मीन्स इसमें हमें क्या निकालना पड़ेगा? सम ऑफ X, Y एंड Z. क्योंकि X, Y, Z हमारे वो लोग हैं जो सिर्फ H, I और T पढ़ रहे हैं, राइट? ये सिर्फ एक एक न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ रहे हैं. सो सम ऑफ X, Y, Z हमारा क्या बन जाएगा? नंबर ऑफ पीपल हु रीड एग्जैक्टली वन न्यूज़पेपर. ठीक है, अब देखिए A प्लस डी मेरा क्या बन जाएगा? इस वेन डायग्राम से अगर मैं देखूं A प्लस डी मेरा क्या होगा? H इंटरसेक्शन T, जो मुझे ऑलरेडी गिवन है 11. सिमिलरली इसको मैंने इक्वेशन 1 मार्क कर दिया है. देन B प्लस डी मेरा क्या बन जाएगा? H इंटरसेक्शन I. B प्लस डी मेरा क्या बन जाएगा? H इंटरसेक्शन I. इसको मैंने क्या मार्क कर दिया? इक्वेशन 2 एंड द वैल्यू इज आल्सो गिवन टू अस एज 9. सिमिलरली C प्लस डी मेरा क्या बन जाएगा? T इंटरसेक्शन I, जिसकी वैल्यू हमें 8 गिवन है. फाइन. ऑल्सो D जो है हमारा, ये जो हमारा D जो है, ये रीजन जो है हमारा, दैट सिंबलाइजेस द इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ ऑल द थ्री न्यूज़पेपर्स, जो हमें क्वेश्चन में ऑलरेडी 3 गिवन है. ऑल्सो तीनों सेट का यूनियन जो है H इंटरसेक्शन T इंटरसेक्शन I, इन तीनों सेट का जो यूनियन है हमने पार्ट 1 से क्या निकाला है? 52. सो अभी हमें क्या निकालना है? टू फाइंड in part 2 to find X plus Y plus Z. We are supposed to find out this. ठीक है, उसके लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? सबसे पहले ऑब्वियसली हम अगर H यूनियन T यूनियन I की वैल्यू लेकर अगर हम चलते हैं तो ये हम कैसे निकाल सकते हैं? X प्लस Y प्लस Z प्लस A प्लस B प्लस C एंड देन प्लस D. अगर हम इन सारी वैल्यूज को ऐड कर दें, वेन डायग्राम की सारी वैल्यूज को ऐड कर दें, तो हमें क्या मिल जाएगा? यूनियन सेट मिल जाएगा. फाइन, यूनियन हमें 52 गिवन है, तो 52 इज इक्वल टू X प्लस वाई प्लस Z प्लस A प्लस B प्लस C एंड D इज ऑल्सो गिवन टू मी एज 3. इसको मैं इक्वेशन 4 मार्क कर देती हूँ. फाइन, अब मुझे X Y Z निकालने के लिए आई शुड हैव द वैल्यू ऑफ ABC. ठीक है, ABC की वैल्यू आप यहाँ से देखिए, इक्वेशन 1 से A की वैल्यू क्या बन जाएगी यहाँ से हमारी? अगर हमारी D की वैल्यू 3 है, D इज इक्वल टू 3. A की वैल्यू कितनी बन जाएगी? ऑब्वियसली 11 माइनस 3, दैट विल बी 8, राइट? सिमिलरली हमारी B की वैल्यू क्या बन जाएगी? B प्लस डी कितना है? 9. 9 माइनस 3, क्योंकि D की वैल्यू 3 है, तो 9 माइनस D दैट इज 9 माइनस 3, कितना बन जाएगा? 6. तो B की वैल्यू हमारी आ गई 6. सिमिलरली यहाँ से C की वैल्यू क्या निकल कर आ जाएगी? अगेन 8 माइनस 3. 3 क्यों ले रहे हैं हम? D, क्योंकि अगर हम D को उधर शिफ्ट करेंगे तो दैट विल बी माइनस. देखिए 8 माइनस D की वैल्यू कितनी है हमारी? 3. सो 8 माइनस 3 इज इक्वल टू 5. तो C की वैल्यू बन गई मेरी 5. सो आई कैन सब्स्टिट्यूट दीज वैल्यूज इन इक्वेशन 4. सो व्हाट डू आई हैव? 52 इज इक्वल टू X प्लस Y प्लस Z प्लस 8 plus 6 plus 5 and then I have plus 3. Now when I add all these values, what do I have? So when I add all these values, I have 52 is equal to x plus y plus z plus 8 plus 6 14. Then 14 plus 3 we have 17. 17 plus 5 we have 22. So this becomes 22. Now I'm shifting 22 to the LHS. So this will be 52 minus 22 is equal to x plus y plus z. So ये क्या बन जाएगा हमारा 52 minus 22 is 30. 30 is equal to x plus y plus z. So यही हमें कैलकुलेट करना था. This is our part 2. हमने क्या कैलकुलेट करा है पार्ट 2 में? नंबर ऑफ पीपल हु रीड एग्जैक्टली वन न्यूज़पेपर. एग्जैक्टली वन मतलब सिर्फ हिंदी, सिर्फ एच, सिर्फ टी और सिर्फ आई. सो ये चीजें हमारे कौन कौन सिंपलाइज कर रहा है? एक्स प्लस वाई प्लस जेड. ओके, सो दिस इज आवर क्वेश्चन नंबर 15. So now we have question number 16. It says, in a survey, it was found that 21 people like product A, 26 people like product B, and 29 like product C. Okay, so also I have assumed let A be the set of people who like product A, B be the set of people who like product B, and C be the set of people who like product C. So now let us write down what all info is given in the question. So cardinality of set A, that means number of people who like product A, it is given to us as 21. Similarly, cardinality of B, number of people liking product B is 26, and cardinality of set C becomes 29. Also, it says 14 people like product A and B. So it is and here, that means intersection. So cardinality of A intersection B, it is given to us as 14. Then we have 12 people like products C and A. So cardinality of C intersection A becomes 12. Fine. Now we have cardinality of B and C. 14 people like products B and C. So cardinality of B intersection C becomes 14. Okay. Also it says that 8 liked all the 3 products. That means cardinality of A intersection B intersection C is equal to 8. Fine. Now they are asking how many people like only product C. So what are we supposed to find out? Cardinality of only C. People liking only product C. Okay. So now if we consider the Venn diagram of this related question, now X is equal to number of people who like product only A. So this particular portion becomes X. Why? Because this is the set of people who like product only A. ठीक है. ऐसे ही हमारे पास Y क्या है? Y is the number of people who like only B. Z are the number of people who like only C. ठीक है. So particularly we are concerned regarding Z. This is what we are concerned about. Okay. Now A plus D हमारा क्या बन जाएगा? A plus D will be A intersection B. वो हमें given है 14. Similarly C plus D क्या बन जाएगा हमारा? C plus D will be B intersection C. वो भी हमें 14 given है question में. Next is B plus D. B plus D हमारा क्या बन जाएगा? 12. Fine. Also it is A intersection C. 12 उसकी वैल्यू हमें given है. Fine. Also हमें तीनों के intersection की वैल्यू, that means D. D हमें क्या given है? 8. ठीक है. So अगर मैं यहाँ से ABC की वैल्यू निकालना चाहूँ तो मैं निकाल सकती हूँ. So from equation 1, A की वैल्यू हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगी? If A plus D is equal to 14 and D is equal to 8, तो A हमारा क्या बन जाएगा? 14 minus 8, that is equal to 6. Similarly from 2 मेरे पास क्या आ जाएगा? B की वैल्यू कैसे निकाल सकते हैं हम लोग? 12 minus 8 which is equal to 4. Similarly C is equal to कितना बन जाएगा मेरा? Again 14 minus 8 which is equal to 6. Sorry, this is my equation 3. B जो है वो मेरा equation 3 में आ रहा है, right? And this is from equation 2. So हमने यहाँ से A is equal to 6, B is equal to 4 और C is equal to हमने फिर से 6 निकाल लिया है, जो उसी इंफॉर्मेशन से निकाला जो हमें क्वेश्चन में गिवन था. ठीक है. नाउ अगर हम अपना सेट C देखते हैं, सेट C क्या क्या इंक्लूड कर रहा है? सेट C, N of C हमारा क्या क्या इंक्लूड कर रहा है? B plus D plus C plus Z. यही सब इंक्लूड कर रहा है। और z क्या है हमारा, z इज इक्वल टू कार्डिनलिटी ऑफ पीपल हु आर लाइकिंग ओनली प्रोडक्ट c, और यही हमें निकालना है। ठीक है, हमारे पास b की वैल्यू भी है, d की वैल्यू भी है, c की वैल्यू हमने निकाल ली, b और c की वैल्यू दोनों की वैल्यूज हमने निकाल ली है। d की वैल्यू हमें क्वेश्चन में गिवन है, कार्डिनलिटी ऑफ c इज आल्सो गिवन टू अस इन द क्वेश्चन इटसेल्फ। सो सब्स्टिट्यूट द वैल्यूज, 29 इज इक्वल टू b कितना है हमारा 4, d कितना है 8, c कितना निकाला है हमने 6 प्लस z। सो ये कितना बन जाएगा हमारा 29 इज इक्वल टू, ये बन जाएगा हमारा 6 प्लस 8 14, 14 प्लस 4 18, अगेन प्लस z, सो आई एम शिफ्टिंग 18 दिस साइड। मेरे पास क्या आ जाएगा, z इज इक्वल टू 29 माइनस 18 विच इज इक्वल टू 11। सो number of people who are liking only product C is equal to 11. Fine. So now we have finished the miscellaneous exercise of chapter 1 NCERT. Okay. In the next video, we'll be beginning with our next chapter, that is relations and functions. So by then, I request everyone to please revise chapter 1.